Cars, cars, and cars. You see them everywhere on the road. Sometimes there's too many of them. You're stuck in traffic jams for too long. But one thing that you don't wonder is, how did all these cars get here? Well, that's what I'm gonna show you today. I'm a car hauler. I haul cars for a living. And you might never think of it, but when you come to a dealership and there's all those cars standing there, the new ones, the old ones, the used ones, you never think, how did these cars get here? It's not that they hired 100 people that got into cars and drove the cars into the dealership. Big boys like me take those cars and deliver them there. And today, I'm gonna show you the process of how these cars get to your dealerships. But first, we gotta go through security measures. We are pulling in to Spring Hill GM in Nashville, Tennessee, where they make thousands of cars every day. And the only way that these cars get out of here is on trucks like me. We're pulling in to GM Spring Hill, and this is what we're greeted with: security. You might not ever think of it, but this is how they get there. All these trucks loading up at a huge yard where they got thousands of cars. So check out all these cars. There's many plants out there like this. This is just the GM plant where they make the basic SUV model Cadillac XT6, Cadillac XT5, GMC Acadias, and the new electric Cadillacs. So we got tons of trucks loading here. Everybody's got a mission. Everybody's got their own drops. Let's load up our truck. These yards are so piled up with cars that we don't even have anywhere to turn around anymore. So I gotta back up in between cars just to get turned around.
6.5 hours later. Two 2,000 years later.
So on today's agenda, we have 8 vehicles that we need to pick up from this location in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're going to be taking them up to Cleveland, Ohio. 5 drops. Yes, 5 drops. That's a lot of work. Loading them up isn't so difficult, but when you start doing over 3 or 4 drops, that's when the hard work starts. So we got papers just like this, and each paper has barcodes on it. It has all the 8 vehicles on here, and it tells me where the vehicles are going to and what type of vehicles they are. This paperwork also tells you the locations of the vehicles at this big yard in Spring Hill, Tennessee. So this place requires us to wear yellow high vests or just yellow or green t-shirts so that we're visible, so that we don't get hit by anybody out here. But as we're loading here, today is really busy out of here. There's looking like at least 15-20 trucks at this place, if not more. I'm gonna go start loading these cars, and I'm gonna be getting my exercise because this place is huge and I got a couple cars that are further out. Super windy out here today. Let's get our high vest. Let's put it on. It is really windy out here today. We gotta go set up our trailer and start loading up these cars. We got a long 80-foot truck. It's a Peterbilt 389. We got our co-worker David here. He's working hard as well. Say hi. So we have made it to our first car. The VIN number is right here. And before we are able to move this car off of the spot, we have to do a walk around inspection and inspect the whole vehicle. Make sure there's no scratches, damages. We got a little paint defect right here. I am gonna have to mark that. We also gotta scan it into our app and mark if there are any damages on the vehicle. So the way that this yard works here, it goes alphabetically. So it starts from A, where that building is over there. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to V, which is down there. This right here is H, and I have a vehicle in G. So this is G, this is G, and this is G. We got G17, so we walk down this way as the numbers get lower as we walk that way. So that's how it is all set up here at the GM plant. That's how we are able to find our vehicles. It's supposed to be G17, so we got 18s here, 19, 17. It's supposed to be a GMC Acadia, VIN number ending in 4836. And we found it. So the reason why you want to do a good inspection is because you don't want to have to pay for stuff like this. So I just got here to this parking spot. The car was already sitting here like this. They opened the door into something and left a nice gouge. So at this point, we won't be able to pick up this vehicle, or else we will have to pay for that damage once we deliver it to the dealer. So we're gonna go into the office and ask them for a replacement vehicle. So at this plant, we got a bunch of rail carts where they load up the cars and take them out all the way to the west or east coast, anywhere where it can get to by rail. So she rearranged my whole load since I had a damage on one vehicle. She had to swap 2 cars out and give me 2 new ones. Still going to the same jobs, but as we load up here, we run around tons of yards where they got yards on your right, yards on your left, all filled with cars. This yard on the left in particular is for the new electric cars. And when I say they got a lot of cars, I mean a lot, like thousands of them. And as we bring the cars up to the truck, I load them up one by one, and then I go grab the next cars. The loading process of these trucks is not an easy task, but we get it done. So as I'm up here loading this car, take a glimpse of all these cars around us. And this is only half of them. These are all cars waiting for shipment. They're all ready to go, and they're going all around the United States. And here we have a train crossing. Sometimes when they load up these carts, they have to go over this side, switch the rails, back up to another one, switch the rails, back up to another one. So that's what they're probably doing right now. Switching rails and hooking up the trailers. And just like that, we are loaded. Here are our 8 units that we picked up from here. We have 5 drops that I loaded up on here. Our first drop is going to be that red Acadia. Second drop is going to be this tan Acadia. Then we have 4 cars going to our third drop. So black XT6, red XT6, white XT5, and tan XT5, all going to our third drop. Fourth drop going to a national car rental, and fifth drop is a white Acadia, and that's going to the last dealership in Cleveland. So we're about to hop in and make our way to our delivery. So here's the sheet, the back of the sheet. It has all the addresses on it where we're going to be doing all of our 5 drops. I have put in all of the addresses into Google Maps, and this is our route that we are supposed to take. We are here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to be headed up to Nashville, through Nashville. We are in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We're going to be headed up through Nashville. We're going to be cutting through Louisville, then through Cincinnati, through Columbus, and our first drop is here in Canton, Ohio. And then we got 4 more drops along the shore of Lake Erie. We have a total of 10 hours, 40 minutes to go to do all of our drives. So today we are probably gonna make it somewhere here to our first drop and spend the night somewhere there, or maybe somewhere right before our drop, find a truck stop and do our drops tomorrow morning. So let's get at it, let's get to work, and let's make our way to Cleveland. Now, of course, like any other person, we need to get our rest. So I spent the night right next to my first drop off in Ohio. I drove here 8.5 hours, and I'm about to be doing my first drop right after I get a quick shower. And got some breakfast for the morning. Let's get these cars delivered in Cleveland, Ohio. But of course, we can't forget to fill up the truck, because the truck needs fuel to get these cars to where they're going. So I am at the fuel station right here and filling up the truck with diesel. Gotta grab some DEF as well, and we're gonna be at it. And we're at our first drop. Here's the dealership. We're about to take off one car from the back. This is the stick I use to unstrap the car. And there's just one car here, so it's gonna be a quick drop. We are in North Canton, Ohio, going to Ron Marhover Buick GMC. So this is how you unstrap it. It loosens the strap, and then you just take off the strap by hand. These are all our levers. We're gonna raise up the back top car so that we can drive that bottom car off without scratching the roof. And it's ready to come off. The door opens all the way. We're able to get in, start it up, and drive it off. And just like that, boys and girls, is how we deliver cars from GM plant to the dealerships, where you later come and buy the cars. Next time you're in the dealership and you see all these cars standing here, just know it was delivered by a guy like me. And it is not an easy task to get all of them loaded, unloaded, parking in the middle of the road. We're gonna have 4 more drops after this, and then we're gonna be done. After this, we're gonna be loading 6 antique cars, but that's gonna be in one of my next videos. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna be picking up 6 antique cars from Cincinnati, Ohio, and we're taking them to Atlanta, Georgia. These cars were used in movies that they were filming in Cincinnati, and now I'm bringing them back to the owner in Atlanta, Georgia. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. That is the whole process of how cars get from plants to dealerships, where you later come and buy them. Here's all the cars, and maybe you're going to be looking at this car next when you're at the dealer.